What's up, everybody? It's the Sports Chasers Podcast. Coming to you live and direct with your host and your moderator, Kevin L. Warren, along with his fellow co-hosts, Dorian, the D.A. Albreton, James, the Angry One Warren, Mike Mills, Daryl D-Dub Warren, and Dan K, the Hockey Dude. This is a real sports podcast for real fans. This is a sports podcast with no hot takes, no narratives, just real, unadulterated sports talk. Please be advised that there may be some colorful and explicit language. The Sports Chasers are the defenders of the fans. Now, here's your host and moderator, Kevin L. Warren!
Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's happening, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Sports Chasers Podcast. Sorry we're a little tardy tonight. We had some technical difficulties, man, but we're working it out. We're making it do what it do when it comes to this sports day, man. So welcome, everybody, tonight that's watching and listening on the sound of my voice. Thank you again. Got a lot to get into tonight. We're going to talk some baseball, some NFL. NFL season is will be with us next Thursday. Next Thursday night will be the opening night, so we'll be talking about that. College football, still some more realignment shifts, and we'll talk about the transfer portal also with college football, and talk a little tennis. U.S. Open is in full effect in Flushing Meadow, Queens, at the United States Tennis Center. But we'll talk about that. Welcome to all those that's watching on YouTube, our YouTube channel. Make sure you like, click, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you share it. Tell somebody about the show. If they really like real sports talk, get at us and share the show with us, with someone else, man. But with that said, hey, let me talk to the rest of the crew. We got Dan the man. Dan, what's up, man? Dan K, our hockey dude. What's going on, Dan? How are you tonight, my brother?
I'm doing good. I'm a little freaked out here. Casper down here keeps changing. He's messing with my heart here. You know, I'm old.
Casper's a friendly ghost.
But I'm doing good.
Well, thank you, man. I'm glad to see you back, man. Glad to be back myself. I was not missing last week. I just took last week off, celebrate my birthday and kind of like recharge and rewind. And I'm glad to be back, man. Glad to be back. D-Dub did a wonderful job last week, and he called himself Ghost. As I try to introduce him, Ghost, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, man. You can just pardon me for right now. The local will be talking for me for a little bit till I figure this out.
Oh, okay.
But, yo, what's up? Sports Chasers Podcast was good. Good to see you guys. We missed you last week as me and DA held it down. So, yes, I am D-Dub, a.k.a. Ghost for the night.
Okay, Ghost.
Yeah. That AI is trippy. That sounds just like Daryl.
DA from a location unknown somewhere in the Midwest. DA, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, y'all got like 5 minutes before my meds kick in. But yeah, we good. 5 minutes. And I'm letting you know this ambience a motherfucker be. We gonna have to go. We have to go.
Kev, you better get into that college football first.
Let me jump into the college football. DA, change your logo around there for me, please, sir. Before those dialect, I don't know if you can do it. If you got it, if you can't, we all know that he's on the Sports Chasers. So yes, with that said, yes, D-Dub, thank you for that.
There you go.
There you go. So, like I said, we're gonna jump right in to some college football back at it again. Let me read this real quick before DA's ambient, his prescribed, before anybody, call the police on that. Yeah.
I don't understand. Murphy's been with me all day. Murphy's Law, I've been with Murphy all goddamn day. All day. Me and Murph been from the airplane. But I will say, everyone in Charlotte, if you go down to gate D or E, it is so much better than it used to be at TSA. If you go to the end, the way they got it down there, with the buckets, but they hard though. This bro came and skipped the line and put her stuff in the bucket and do the whoa.
Call out.
What? He put the stop on that hole. Because I was there trying to get my stuff in the thing. He said, "Oh no, take that out. Sir, put your bag in there. Because you ain't got to take off your shoes or nothing. Just put the bag in.
If you want to TSA
TSA check. Yes.
Right. Except for me, because I got like 2 shoulders replaced and a plate in my arm and 18 screws.
Iron Man.
Fights
on fire. Lights everywhere.
He's Iron Man.
I'm in there they stopped me this morning.
Good Terminator.
On my Tony Stark. And I'm like, God, I had
Tony Stark's in the place.
And you know what? We're going to get in trouble for this, man. But I'm not going to really go too far on it. But we're going to go. I'm not getting in trouble, Kev. Don't be cool. So I went and bought a bagel this morning. Right?
Oh,
bagel.
Okay.
Stale-ass bagel in the airport.
Yeah, you did wrong.
That's check it out. So there was a young person, no pronouns, and calling said individual.
College football. D.
Got mad at me, but that's what you look like.
College football. Pac-12.
It's 7-7.
Yeah, thank you.
NC State.
College football. In Urban, Texas, Pac-12 Commissioner George Kalakova made his first public appearance Wednesday since the conference surfer.
Pac-12.
Pac-12. What I said? Who? Pac-4. Mass defections in the latest wave of conference realignment. Alongside commissioners from the other non-football subdivision conference was in town for a meeting of the College Football Playoff Management Committee. Instead of taking any questions, however, Kilikov rushed to the escalator at DFW Airport, since we're talking about airports, saying only that he was focused on bringing a national championship on to the Pac-12 this year. Stanford, California, Oregon State, Washington State are all that remains of the Pac-12. All those schools look for new conference homes. The current Pac-12 TV deal expires next year on June 30th. The ACC has explored the possibility of adding the Bay Area schools, while Oregon State and Washington State are considering their options, most likely in the Mountain West or American Athletic Conference. With so much in the air, the management committee opted to wait before seriously discussing alternative models for expanding 12-team college football playoffs.
God.
So, Dia, I'll start off with you since you started.
This is listen.
Go ahead.
First off, there is no more Pac-12, right?
No,
it's over.
It's over.
What makes you say it's over? They have no TV contract after next year.
Yep.
And what makes a TV station or a conglomerate want to get with them going forward, where they can put that money into the SEC, ACC, wherever they're going to put it to get the bang for the buck? You're going to have 4 teams left, right? Oregon and Washington State are looking down to the FCS, because no one cares about the Mountain West Conference. You're playing against Wyoming and Boise State, right? So no one cares. No one cares. That means they're bowing out. But you know why Oregon can bow out? Because they got Nike and they got money regardless. So they don't need to be there. They don't need to have the pressure. I thought about that when we talked about Notre Dame the other day. If you don't need to have the pressure to win, why have the pressure to win? Right? Because you got the money anyway.
So you backing up off of Notre Dame for joining the conference?
No, fuck them. I hate them. I burn every gold helmet I find.
I can't tell.
Yeah, I'd piss on them, man. Listen, I hate that school. But that said, I can understand we're getting the money from NBC. Why am I sharing the money I'm getting with the ACC? I'm getting as much money as they're getting as a conference myself. Why am I sharing this money with you again? they're not going to get to the championship series. They're actually expanding it so they can get a spot because they don't play a championship game. And everybody else in college football is like, well, listen, you ain't playing a championship game. F you. You don't have the right to be here. This is how TCUs and these schools beat you because at minimum, they won the conference championship. And you didn't even play in one. Nope. So what happens is, and I've told you, this is what's going to happen. I'm sorry. I got to throw on my, what's that lady, Dan, that used to give the your fortune on TV, Miss whatever.
The Tarot Raider.
Yeah, West Indian lady, whoever she was. But I'm telling
Cleo.
You. Yeah, Miss Cleo. Yeah. I'm Mr. Cleo. Daddy.
Mr. Cleo.
There's going to be two. There are going to be two divisions. ACC, Big Ten, SEC, whatever you want to call them. You'll have your North, South. They're going to do the NFL model in college, and those are schools that are going to play for the FBS Big Money Championship. Everybody else is going to have to drop and play in the FCS. Now, the issue is that there are too many FCS schools that believe they're FBS schools because they have money.
Right.
Every school in Texas is going to believe that they can play with Alabama because they have money.
100%.
And we can get players in here. We can do this and we can do that. We can. What in the hell is wrong with Darryl? You look like Grady.
Casper.
So why are you going to do that? Right. So we already understand that you can buy players. Right. We already understand that the alumni, they'll be in like a super PAC, almost like a government PAC that they have. They have super PACs for schools, and they will put money up to get players to come there or to fund their NIL deals, which don't exist, right? So what happens is the NIL is BS because there's a bunch of commercials with Luke May. How many you seen? Dan, how many Luke May commercials have we seen?
None. But you know what? They say he's getting $1 million NIL. It just means they're taking the money from under the table, putting it on top of the table. You know what I'm saying? So, it's fine. And I just think America is smart enough to say, just tell us what the F is going on. You don't have, there are things that you got to lie to the American public about. Aliens, this, that, and the third. This is not one of them. Hey, we're paying the kids. The good kids will get more money. The kids that aren't so good get less money. The kids that can't play are just lucky to be here. Study hard. Study hard. I mean, come on, man. This is America. Just say what it is. And that's all. I don't need you to lie to me about this.
Well, I'll say this. We're past the student athlete thing. This is professional football. It's just on a level underneath the NFL. That's what it is.
Maybe not, depending on if you look at the Cardinals, maybe not. Right?
Well, that's a whole nother thing, right? The Cardinals. We'll get to the Cardinals here in a little bit.
Y'all can go there. I'll be asleep by then. So.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, Big Mike is coming on to holler at us about. He said he's got a world premiere about whatever he says, so he wants to come through. Anyway, this is professional football. These guys are getting paid for it. Not mad at it. No longer can we say this is as student athletes. Nope.
Oh no.
Nope. This is no. Santa Claus is not real. We said that on the show, and it is what it is. So with that said, the schools now, right? They have their autonomy and they got the money to pretty much do whatever they want to do. And this is like I forestated back here early in the summer. We're going to have, like DA said, you're just going to have two conferences, and that's it. And
spend the money out.
Yep.
Say that again, D?
I said, if you don't have the money, you're out.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
It'll be the haves against the have-nots. You're right.
That's what it's still that. It's that.
Look, man,
And that's why college football doesn't do anything for me, Kev. Y'all thought I was, I was on
I
some
still like the
BS.
sport, but
I mean, the sport is fine, but it's just not,
Because if you think about it, fellas, as we came up, right, in the 90s, 80s and 90s, Oklahoma, oil money, Nebraska, they had the teams because they had the money.
Yep.
We're going to talk about Nebraska here in a second.
I was just talking about them today. Go ahead.
They went to Miami, Florida State.
Yep. Those were the teams back then.
They had
Those
money.
were the main teams.
Right? They was just talking about your boy Urban. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and in between, you may have a team pop up like Mike Vick and them because he was just the best player on the planet. They didn't have a bunch of money because they didn't have any other good players but him. It's Mike Vick and some other fat guys blocking.
Don't forget Marcus.
Well, that was a few years later. Marcus never even played with his brother. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? And neither one of them was as good as AI. But, that's another story. But the reality that I make is that, you'll have a team pop through now and again.
Right.
But for the most part,
Texas,
yeah, USC that year. Great game too, but both of those teams were highly paid. We know now, right?
One of the best college football games ever played. I think
professional football games ever played.
Yeah,
let's keep it 100
by far.
He was getting the quarterback was getting money. Reggie Bush was getting money. The other running back just said he got a bag,
and that's fine. Listen, they perform.
They did. Yes.
The performance of that, bar none. You understand what I'm saying? So
can't be mad.
At
all. I agree with you guys.
Let me ask you this. Let me get Dan in here real quick. Dan, your thoughts on this real quick, and then you said something, DA, I want to address. Go ahead, Dan.
Nah, I was listening to DA, and to me, it's going to be basically a swap in football. You're going to have Division I, which is going to be, your Big 12, Big 10, or Big 20, whatever they're going to have, the ACC, the SEC, and they're all going to be in their own same little Division I, and then everybody else is going to be Division II, and then everybody that was Division II is now going to be Division III. Because the fact of the matter is, like you said, these teams, these super conferences, now they'll have excuses why a three-loss Ohio State team gets to play in the national championship.
Yes.
Because, they're playing the competition, blah, blah, blah. And, like, I missed, last week or whatever with Notre Dame, but they're going to be fucked because none of these big conference teams are going to be able to probably fit them in their schedule, except for at the very beginning, So did they end up joining the conference?
Oh,
Notre Dame.
No.
No.
Right, so they're on the outside looking in. They're now going to be Division II because they're only going to play so many. They're not going to be able to play all the good teams like they usually do. Like with them playing USC.
That's a good point, Dan. That's a good point.
That was one of their big games. Well, guess what? USC's in the Big Ten now. They're not. Yes. They're gonna get their one powder puff at the beginning of the year, and then they're gonna have. And then they're into the conference games, and I fucking hate this realignment bullshit. It is the worst thing ever. It's ruining rivalries. Like I think the last time I talked about it, like with West Virginia and Pitt, the backyard brawl. That Notre Dame, USC, that rivalry. My hope is that these super conferences beat the living shit out of each other. And they all have like 4 or 5 fucking losses. And then these other, so-called lower conferences have 2 or 3 undefeated teams to where it bumps out these super conference teams, which will never happen. Because
didn't we address that last year when we talked about TC who?
Yeah, that's
no more. And they, I still say, fuck you. They deserve to be there. They beat Michigan.
Yeah, it's funny. I just watched that.
They did their work. They did their job. So
just watched it today. Huh? I said, damn. Jim Harbaugh need to be out of job. That shit. They scored 50-something points on them?
Yeah, they went nuts on them. But that's the thing is, like, even what was it? The UCF that went undefeated that one year.
Yeah.
Even though it's not, you're playing the SEC every weekend, it's something to be said where you can go 11 games playing good football teams, Division I football teams, and not lose.
No one cares about that.
I know it's about the money. And why does fucking Ohio State always get in when they don't deserve it? Because they got a fan base. Well, they got a fan base, and they're gonna load up that bowl game.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It's just a horrible. Well, you know what? Kev and I say this all the time. The NCAA wanted this, and they did this to themselves. They could have come to a better agreement with the kids. With that whole unionize, I didn't have to unionize, but whatever you did, because now with the money being let out the basket, there is really no way in the world to get it back in. Why? Why would you not take the money now? Listen, that's what this is about. Like, this isn't about being an accountant. It's about getting this money, taking care of your family. That's what this is about. And I do feel bad for schools like Pitt, right? Because what happens to schools like Pitt will be, okay, well, Clemson and Florida State, which are the two biggest draws at this point at the ACC, are saying, well, you know what? We're going to go to the SEC. We want out. So what that does is that cuts down that ACC contract money for the TV, which hurts all those schools. Right? So if you don't have Florida State there, if Florida State is good, we know Clemson is usually pretty good, I guess. So say you got them and North Carolina and Miami say we out. There is no more ACC. And that's what happened, two sides.
Right? I liken this to your idea of when we talked about soccer. I think it was where they have the thing where, if you don't perform, you drop down to a different league.
That'd be beautiful.
And that's almost what this is going to turn into. Is you're going to have these power conferences, which are going to end up turning into one fucking conference. And then whoever the best couple teams are below that, that are not in those power conferences, if they do really well and some of those in the super conference play like shit, they get bumped down and those guys come up for the next year.
They're not going to do that. It's too much money you're losing. I wish they would. It's just too much pay. College football makes more money than pro football. Please believe there are no pro football stadiums. None. Not one. Not even Jerry World. That hold 100,000 people. There are 3 or 4 college stadiums that hold 100,000 people.
Ohio State,
Michigan, Penn State, 100,000 people and not $10 a piece, y'all. $50, $100 a ticket. Stop. The NFL
talking about six home games.
Yeah, NFL ain't got that. And they sell out every game.
Yeah.
They're not giving up that money. And that's why they have to be good. They gotta be. Lack, I'm with you, man. I know Little May. Well, he ain't little no more, but I know his father and used to watch his son in middle school until he somehow or another end up at what's that school down there by y'all, damn near South Carolina. And I'm like, well, he lived right, but forget it. So, the kid could play. Actually, Luke could play. When I went to North Carolina, he could play football. And, the father was a star. So
he wants to know, do you got UNC as the national champs?
No.
Hell no.
Yeah, that's what he wants you to confirm.
No, his son did get you a national championship at UNC as a basketball player, but no, they don't have enough. And he's good. He's good. He's probably going number 1 this year, unless him or Caleb will probably be number 1 unless something real crazy happens. But those are the best 2 quarterbacks in the country.
Well, Arizona got the first pick.
Well, they're gonna get a quarterback, and he ain't gonna be 5 feet tall either.
No, we'll get to that in a second. Let me address 2 other things in college football. Reggie Bush, we didn't talk about it. I don't think our guys talked about it last week. Why don't they just get this man back his Heisman? What's the problem? Besides stupid, what else?
They're hypocritical.
Yeah,
they're absolute bunch of hypocritical bastards. Yes, they are. The NCAA.
NCAA is yes. I mean, it's just no words for them, man. It's just hypocritical. It's like I said, somebody brought the point. If who got the Heisman Trophy? Johnny Manziel.
Yes, D.
Got
yes.
Heisman Trophy and didn't get it taken away. Reggie Bush got his Heisman Trophy taken away.
Well,
besides the obvious.
Well, it's not right. I'm just talking about the years. So back when they did Reggie Bush, it almost seemed that Reggie was so good that people was mad that he took the money. Like they were hurt. And I'm like, well, he wasn't that good. What the hell? Well, he could have went anywhere.
Yeah.
He's been to Alabama. He had to be at USC.
Nope.
And it's not like anybody else in the NCAA got any money.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one that they went after.
Listen, and me and my kids talk about this. If you want to treat guys, real talk, go on YouTube and look for Reggie Bush's high school tape. And it's like a grown man, playing against 7-year-olds. This is in high school.
Reggie was the truth, man.
Oh, man, that guy. He didn't get hurt in the NFL. He was on bad teams in the NFL. He probably would have been. He did some good work in the NFL. But the point out, like you make, is that they're hypocritical. And what difference does it make? Right? So it's not like we're going to forget what we saw. It's not like you can take away the Fab Five, what they did. You can't. It's you can be mad all you want. Just be mad. But you can't. His Heisman, what the hell is that going to do with anything? He was the best player in college football when he was there.
Sounds like
in the history of college football, he may get in the Hall of Fame without a Heisman because he was the best player in the game for 3 years in a row.
I agree with VLAC on that one. Yeah, New Orleans wasn't a bad team.
They wasn't great, but
it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad either. He just, I think he was just.
That time, he was beat up.
Maybe. He was beat up. I was about to say maybe undersized at that position at the time.
Correct.
He wasn't a back to carry a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? He was one of those kind of like, if I look at the size, Dave Meggett size.
They threw the ball a lot then too.
Yeah, I agree. They had Drew Brees, but I'm with D-Dub. They threw
the ball.
They threw the ball, and like D-Dub said, I'll say, he was undersized and whatever, and they probably needed. Yeah, Dave Meggett. That's a good analysis.
I think that's what it was. He wasn't every down back. Yes, they threw to him, but he wasn't that big bruiser. He wasn't a guy that you're going to give him 30, 40, 24, 25, 30 carries.
Remember, those were the years when Drew Brees first eclipsed the 5,000-yard marker.
So it was throwing a lot. Yes.
Then shit got gassed, and you need a running back after that because Drew Brees was throwing the ball. Like I remember, Dan was getting the Frank in the Superdome, and Drew Brees hit Dan. It didn't matter if you were there, black shirt, he's throwing it to you. Because you can't name another running back on that team when Reggie was there. You can't name one.
Well, we like to say McAllister was the bruiser guy.
Deuce.
Deuce McAllister, yeah.
Yeah, he was there, but there was something wrong with that team though, because that team wasn't right, man. There was something going on, and I can't remember it, but I do know that they gave him the ball. Reggie was doing his thing, but something was off with that team.
Got there to the playoffs. They used to get to the playoffs, but who else in that division was there then, right? So, Carolina beat them to get to the Super Bowl. when Reggie was there. So,
Yeah, that was. I'm reading here how Peyton, that was his first year in town, and yeah, they could have done something, man. So,
but hey, give the man back his damn trophy. All you're gonna do is put his clothes on it anyway.
Is it a dryer, man?
Yes.
Paperweight for the desk.
Yes.
Jesus.
Oh man, that's just way too funny, man. What we want to get to? Oh, I know what I want to get to. Also, this might make DA real mad, real quick, but I had so the transfer portal, right? We've been talking about the transfer portal and how it has allowed guys in football to go wherever they want to go, right? And I'm down with that. I am definitely down with that. The coaches get to go wherever they want to go. Now the players need to go where they want to go. But sometimes do you have to pick the person that's been to 3 or 4 places? That's
Nope.
where right. So you got my man, and I'll just go into real quick, the dude from Nebraska that Matt Rhule picked up, and unfortunately he got charged.
Whoa.
No. You got to let me talk first. Let me explain my point. Then you can dive in before your ambient get. What? Okay, what's your disagreement with that? He picked him.
Oh, he's an idiot. Do you know?
Yes, that's my point.
The 25 players that he picked to be on the Carolina's Panthers, that there are only 2 of them left on the team. French fry guy don't know what the fuck he's doing.
French fry guy. We did name him French fry guy last year.
Listen, there is a huge difference between winning at Temple, and he wasn't a perennial winner at Temple, so let's not get it twisted. Having a good season or 2 at Temple, which is what Dan was saying is and Temple's a good football team. Don't get me wrong; those kids play hard, they go hard, they do, but they are a one, not big FBS school, whatever, conference dudes, Keystone Conference, whatever the hell they in, right? And then I think he went to Baylor for a year and took over a team that was stacked and went there for 2 years and had 2 good years. And then he got to Carolina. He drafted 25 players, man. 2 of them are still on that team. So now you go pull a criminal in, right?
You said it, not me.
My dog, I keep this funky, man, because I told you how I used to go at your boy Urban Meyer, right? Because I used to watch the Urban Meyer thing like, wow, this is crazy. Yo, these dudes will bring criminals into their school if they can play.
Well, that's okay. So we're on the same side. All right, D. I got you. I was just saying, Matt Rhule, this is on him for not doing his homework. And
his homework, he knew who he was. He knew who he was. Kev, don't say that. Don't give him a pass. He knew who he was and what he was.
Okay, and this guy was in, what school was he in before? He was in 2 other schools before he got to Nebraska. I got to pull it up.
Rikers University.
Stupid.
For those outside of New York, Rikers is a jail complex in New York City.
and the Tombs Junior High School.
The Tombs is another correctional facility in Manhattan County. Go ahead, D. Since you're on the roll, shout out to anybody working in corrections in New York City. Shout out, we love you, man.
Yeah. Listen, Kev. I really am falling asleep now, but for real, like I say this and I laugh, but yo, these coaches, if not them, they have entire staffs to know. Like if they were going to recruit Dan right now, they'll know when he plays Call of Duty, what his call sign is, how good he is, everything. Because they have people on their staff that get paid to do that shit. You don't get there and them not know. All they're saying is, hey, man, while you here,
Right.
Up and you can get rich. Why do you think Urban Meyer put the killer in the room with Tim Tebow? So Tim could, keep him right. But it turned into that joint with the Dave Chappelle joint, man. When dude was boning the girl in the room with dude sitting there, just looking at him like, yo, what you doing with Charlie Murphy? What was that joint? The Real Talk or the Real World?
Real World. Yeah.
That's what he had. Dudes watching them bone, and they're like, "What you doing, man? What you doing? What you doing? You can't. You come on, man. You know how many charges he had the year before he left? He had 30 charges on his players the year he all of a sudden got sick and had to bounce up out of Florida.
Well, so yeah, Urban Meyer.
Not the same thing. So because they caught this dude, the issue for me is that it's not the first and it's not the last.
Right.
So there'll be someone else on this squad that, because he got to win. He's coming into Nebraska, dog.
Right.
That pressure is crazy. He don't care what felons he put on the team as long as they can play.
Rikers University.
He really doesn't care what felons.
Arik Gilbert is his name, and Mr. Gilbert was at hanging out with Kirby Smart with Georgia. And why is somebody why are you whistling, D?
Oh, arrested early Tuesday on suspicion of burglary in Lincoln, Nebraska. Gilbert was arrested without incident while carrying a bag of liquor and vape store, according to a statement from Lincoln Police Department.
So, Daryl, you saying that man went and robbed liquor and vapes?
I'm saying what the police had been dispatched just before 2 a.m. after a report of a burglary and found that a glass door of the store had been shattered. Gilbert, 21, was found with more than $1,600 worth of stolen items, including vape products.
Good God.
So let me. Okay, so now that we gave his rap sheet,
public information. Thank you, ESPN. Adam Rittenberg, ESPN senior writer.
It's definitely. But my question was to the panel was, is the transfer portal? Excuse me. Is the transfer portal still a good thing for players?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And my thing is, you made a good point. You educated me or something. Don't give them a pass. They know what time it is. They yes.
Oh, they know. Yeah,
they got. You're right. They got tons of ex law enforcement.
Listen, Kev. They're not in this for the morality clause. I mean, they're in this to win games. Period. End of story. If you want, to be, you would go to a Christian school. If you want those type of players, and
maybe not there, but yes, you're right.
But what I'm saying is it's not about this moral. These guys don't care. It's about winning.
100%.
Right. Go ahead.
They're about winning, and they don't care. They'll win at all costs. If you had watched the thing, what's the new Netflix series In the Swamp?
Oh, that one. Yeah. I thought you were talking about the other one, BS High.
Oh,
shit is crazy.
All right, well,
we just need a whole nother show for BS High. What is it called?
That dude should be in jail.
Me and DA talked about that too, and I know we're talking all about stuff. The kids have some accountability too, but anyway, I want to go to the transfer portal. Yes, the portal is absolutely. Yes, I think it's good for the kids and the schools. The coaches. Matt Rhule, you got what you got. You gamble, snake eyes, and nothing. So that's what it is. So
because if you got right, so if you have if you could go to college, I think it's 5. Right. I'm throwing a gray shirt in there, meaning that you got hurt, or a red shirt, meaning that you just didn't play a year.
I'll give you 5 years of playing college football. I'm like VLAC. I don't think they should be able to go more than 3 times.
I agree. Yeah, there should be some limited transfer. Yeah, time. You can't just.
But
But
you have to put the same thing on the coaches, man. Like you can't do it to the players and then not do it to the coaches. So like like we said before, you signed it. I think it's even more on the coaches because you signed a contract. I don't care how bad you are. You signed a deal with me to be here 5 years.
Well, DA, there's people that will disagree with you. They said, hey, I earned my stripes in this game. I've been coaching for quite some time. I've been coaching quite some time.
I've been playing
football. And I'm a grown man. You're a 17, 18-year-old kid. You're a 17, 18-year-old kid.
I've been doing this the same amount of time you've been doing.
No, sir. No, you haven't. You're 17. You're 17 and 18.
You've been coaching 17 years.
I'm talking about the people who's been in the game for a minute.
I've been coaching.
And if they decide to go,
I'm going.
And if you're one of those coaches and you have an opportunity to go,
so I can't.
Why can't they go?
Why do you have an opportunity and I don't have an opportunity?
Because you 17. Why does your son? Why do you get to drink? Why do you get to drink and your son don't?
Listen, man, because I drink and he don't. I mean, why can go to the Army at 18?
Let me let Dan get in. Dan, go ahead, bro.
No. I just heard this analogy that just because I'm old I get to do it. It's like do as I say, not as I do.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No, that's exactly what you're saying.
No, sir. No.
You do what I tell you because I told you. Meaning I'm the parent, I'm the old person in this. You do what I tell you to do, and that's that. I don't care if it's the kids or the coaches. Here's my thing. This shit that transferring every other day, fuck that. My thing is, we'll give you one. You get your one transfer, and that's it. Now, there's an exception. If you go and transfer to a school and that coach quits or goes somewhere else,
you get the bounce.
You get the bounce again.
Yeah.
That's
or gets fired. Let's put that get fired in too.
If the coach is no longer there for the next season, for whatever reason, he leaves, they can him, whatever, then I'll give you the opportunity to transfer somewhere else.
Because
it's like you may go somewhere because of a particular coach, the particular style of football that they play fits what you do. Like you got an open offense, wide open offense, West Coast, whatever, and that's your receiver or your split back that receives the ball out of the backfield in college or high school.
Yeah,
you want to play for this guy, and then he's at what's the matter you, and he gets canned after you commit and play 1 year there. So now he's at Under Basketwater, University South Tech. That's where he went. Now I get to hop in the portal and I get to go there now. But if he stays there for the remaining 3 years that I have eligibility, then I can't just say, you know what, our team sucks. I want to go somewhere else.
You got to go. That's right. Very good, Dan. I agree with Dan. Because, look, dude, Lincoln Riley, he took dudes with him out there to USC.
Look at what Deion did. Yeah. He took half of Jackson State with him.
Yeah, dog. Like listen. You go because that's the guy, and I'm riding with Dan on that because that coach is the guy that went in your living room and talked to your mama for the most part. So you rocking with him. That's the one that talked to your mother. That's the one that said, "Yo, I'm gonna help him out."
Because that was the university. Yeah,
that's cool.
Promising, when they come and visit you and they offer you the scholarship or whatever, like you said, you're rocking with him because that's and it's not fair to you as a student that I go there and then he has a bad season, they can him, and then I got to stay 3 more years. When I committed to come here because he was here, so I get it. Like I said, you get your one do over because you may just pick the wrong school, whatever. Maybe the academics doesn't fit.
Yeah, that happens too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then, you get that one pass and then you're stuck. But if the coach gets fired or quits or leaves, then you get to go into the portal.
Man, it's hard, man, because you got to remember, Kev, say you are there at the school with a coach that didn't pick you. He didn't recruit you. You're never going to play.
Think about it in the NFL.
Yeah.
Every time a coach gets fired and so they bring somebody else in. If you're not, Aaron Rodgers, type of player, if you're not the chosen one at quarterback, guess what? How many times does that happen? Well, look at Cleveland, because they've had the most coaches in probably the last 20 years. Every single time they bring in a new coach, what happens to the quarterback that was there? See ya.
Yeah.
Because that's why the other coach got fired.
D-Dub, do you have a rebut?
Oh no, what he's saying, that's fine. I'm just talking about the coaching aspect of it. Now, yes, first of all, why doesn't the NCAA, why didn't they put these stipulations in, in the first place?
They don't
okay, so now we got the Wild Wild West, and we got guys doing whatever, and then people going to complain about how the system is.
See, they never thought it was going to turn Wild Wild West because they had it.
Well, how couldn't you? If you talk about guys jumping in and out of the portal, leaving, and
no foresight. I mean, because you talking about,
you got to be kidding me.
For the last 50 years, the NCAA was like, pay the kids.
But we talked about this.
We're giving them an education.
You mean to tell me you didn't see this coming? We told you it was coming. We said it was coming.
Arrogance, man. Arrogance too. These guys are fat dads getting a lot of money, man. So you out here doing this, and your school's making all this money with these kids all these years. Dog, you like, whatever. Hey, Kev, you got to be cool, man, because, if you don't do your money's going to run out. While you out there, Scrooge McDuck, diving in the pools of money and shit. Like, yo, dog, you don't believe that it's going to end. No big college believes it was going to end. Even the ones that, in Miami, they never thought their run was going to come to an end till it ended.
Right.
This is what happens. It happens all the time. Arrogance. You're getting the money. The NCAA believed that, we're already playing. These kids ain't going to get it. No one's going to believe them. Who's going to do? No one cares. All that happened. And then Ed O'Bannon, a suit that had nothing to do with football, changed everything.
Yep, which led to Northwestern trying to unionize, which led to the NIL and for years, for the longest, right? And we was talking about Reggie Bush. College players always have been wink, receiving whatever, and
good enough,
yeah. And it was just some of the rules have just been stupid. Like how can a player goes into the team store, he sees his number, and that's what happened to Ed O'Bannon. He sees his number, he's like, dang, man, and when I go eat, I can't get no money to go eat. That doesn't make any sense. And
he played the NCAA game and saw his face, and it was really his face. And he was like, yo, whoa. Why am I not getting any money? You got my face. EA has my face on the game, and I don't make no money.
And it's in the game.
My scholarship? Yeah, it's in the game, right? Like they said on EA Sports, it's in the game. The worst part about that, Kevin, you know what I'm about to say is the best football game ever they stopped making because of that lawsuit. That NCAA college football game was the absolute.
Yeah, if the angry one was here, he would absolutely have a fit and say, the same thing. Yeah, this was a good day. We almost talked about an hour with this NCAA.
Yes, I'm going to bed, man. So
this is DA. We'll catch you in a little bit, man. But this was a very good discussion about the NCAA, and D-Dub said it's hard to get with it. Some Spit fans might feel like that and be like, yo, I can't really get with the college game because of all the changes and all the thing that's going on. And yeah, it's definitely very hard, man. So We're gonna transition. DA, if you're going, we'll see you later, my brother. Thank you so much.
Hey, peace from Chicago, brothers. All right, y'all be safe.
You got it, man. What's you, man? Thank you, man. Yeah.
Ambient.
This is brought to you by.
Yeah, DA. Yeah, go get us a deal with Ambient. Yeah. Nah, man, that was a good, really great discussion, guys. Thank you so much. That was really well done. And D-Dub said I beg to differ. But
yeah, dog.
It just needs some balance, man. They don't have any balance, man. And
that's not balance, man. I mean, if you enjoy the game, you enjoy the game. That's fine, right? But at the same time, you know, competitiveness, all that is a factor in the game.
Yes,
as far as I'm concerned.
I totally agree.
I can tell you this: once all this realignment bullshit happens, college football is going to get a lot worse to watch, a lot less entertaining.
I agree with you on that. I mean,
the haves will be the haves, and then the have-nots will be the have-nots. Yep.
Yeah, it's if you're a fan, like obviously, if you went to any of these big name schools, alumni, you're going to be a fan of them, and or if you're attending said conference schools, you're going to be a fan and you're going to watch it. But for the most part, everybody else, I think it's just you're going to have these couple of games that are good, within the conference. And then every other game's going to suck ass on a Saturday. So you're going to have, there's going to be 2 1:00 games in these power conferences that'll be, Michigan, Ohio State, Alabama, Georgia game playing each other both at 1:00 or 3:00 on a Saturday. And then after that, you're going to have Vanderbilt playing fucking, Eastern.
V-Like, we actually said that last year in a sort of kind of way of, making it high school 4A, 3A.
I said that earlier.
Dan said it earlier with the TCU type of thing. Yeah, because most of them are not on the same level. Some guys play at this level, some guys play at that level, some guys play at another level. Right. So
and that's which is the problem. That's why you don't know who's who, because some of these guys are playing really like you said, high school level 4, and they mixed in with pro players. Some of these guys are ready to go. You look at the what's that? Georgia team. Georgia team is stacked. Them guys, half the team went pro.
I'm
just saying.
That's a fact. That is. V-Like says Stanford, Cal, and joining ACC. Yeah, that looks like a strong.
Fucking dumb.
Possibility.
Absolutely fucking dumb. Oh yeah, that's good. That's great for football or basketball, but what about the women's softball team? Women's basketball team.
They don't care.
Or the men's or women's soccer team having to fly from fucking Clemson all the way out to Stanford to go play a fucking soccer game, and then have to come back and go to classes. Shit, fucking dumb. That's why they had regional conferences to keep the travel down, so that student athlete could be a fucking student. These guys are going to have their frequent flyer miles and have fucking the gold cards for fucking TWA and shit, flying first class every week because they got so many
gold cards.
Dan is really pissed off tonight, boy. I tell you.
And I stand to be correct. The Georgia football team closed out 2023 NFL draft with 10 overall selections. But the fact of the matter is, man, the damn team is damn near pro.
Oh yeah, I mean,
that's a whole fact.
And that's and then what happened? Here's the other thing, the trickle down effect. So now you got these power conferences, Alabama and all them, Georgia. But guess what? Guess where all these kids that are 5-star recruits out of high school, where are they going to go? They know, hey, I'm going to Georgia because if I go to Georgia, I can go pro if I'm good.
Right.
So all these other schools are going to get the left behinds and, the 4 or 3-star recruits. So, all the talent is going to go to the same 20 schools in these conferences. So as I said, it's first year is next year or whatever, the year after. In 10 years from now, those are going to be the only viable conferences. Everybody else, it'll be like Division II football. like what's that? Appalachian State's going to be whooping everybody's ass except for those big conferences.
Mm-hmm. And that's a true fact because you say that, but these guys, all they want to do is be seen and get on TV. So they looking at who got the TV deals, all that.
Yeah, who's going to get me to the pros?
Yeah.
And like you said, the entire Georgia team, if somebody could have drafted Kirby Smart, they would have.
100%.
Yes.
Stupid. We got to move along. College football, as you can see, has drawn the irie out of everyone here. Let me move along to the National Football League and the National Football Conference. We'll start off with we're still talking about our prognosis for the upcoming season. We're in the NFC East to be exact. You got the Philadelphia Eagles, who are the NFC champs. They lost to the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I expect the Eagles to be back, and they pretty much got the same team back. I expect them to go a deep run in the playoffs. I don't know if they make the Super Bowl. Well,
it's hard to go back-to-back years.
It's hard to go back, but I don't know.
Especially
who this conference is going to challenge them. If it's maybe the Niners, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I think the Niners is going back, to be honest with you.
To the NFC Championship game?
Yeah.
Because that was aberration. Because, they got hurt up and all that stuff.
Yeah, they got really banged up. Really banged up. I mean, nobody had, 3 quarterbacks go down in a whole year. That's very tough.
Mike Mills says the Eagles will win the division. Mike, I agree with you. The Eagles will win the division.
Yeah, I got the Eagles winning the division. I got the Giants right behind them. I think the Giants is going to do better than I had them. I had them third, but I think they could step over the Cowboys.
Yeah, I'll say this. I for the NFC East, I got the Eagles, Giants. Depending on how Dak plays, Cowboys, and then I got the Commanders. But this will be a very competitive team. I think everybody will have a winning record in this division.
And Dak Prescott, you
on the clock.
Yes, you're on the clock, sir. That's all I got to say about you. I got you third. Jerry Jones ain't got no time to be messing around with you. And hence that's why he traded for that young boy. But you're on the clock, sir.
Yeah. Wanted to point real quick before I get to Dan. My cousin, Big Mike, we call him Rockstar. He was going to be on here, but he was having some technical issues where he was at in VA and wasn't able to join us, but he wanted to make some kind of announcement. And I said, well, come through tonight, man. You definitely can make an announcement. So hopefully we'll have him next week. Dan is rolling his eyes. If nobody don't know my cousin, Big Mike, he's a huge Dallas Cowboys fan. So I can only imagine what his big announcement is. And I don't know if he got season tickets or, or he won the lottery to get season tickets. But I don't want to steal his thunder. I want him to come back on and say what he wanted to say. Shout out to my man Big Mike. So V-Lock says Trey Lance isn't going to do anything. I don't think he got the opportunity in San Francisco to do anything, and he didn't play a lot of football in college. I stand by the Bill Parcells model of you need to play a certain number of games in college to me to be effective, to being a quarterback even earlier. You have to play a certain amount of games. He didn't play a lot in college, and then when he got here, look what happened. I think the COVID season happened, and then Purdy was just, no pun intended, pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Sam Darnold beat him out as the number 2. So I don't know if that's the culture over there in San Francisco. D left, so I couldn't really get at him about that. But no, I don't know. Dan, your thoughts on the NFC East?
I'm kind of in agreement. The Eagles are winning the division. Then I think you got kind of a smattering of the other 3. because what's the Sam? Is it Sam Howell for the Commanders?
Who?
The quarterback.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Sam. It really depends. How he jumps from year 1 to year 2, but your Giants. Now Danny Dimes got his money. Is he still going to perform like he did last year?
And Saquon has got some incentives, so
Yeah, and you got Saquon hungry because he's doesn't want to be franchised again. To me, I know everybody's it's every fucking year. Hey, Cowboys gonna win the Super Bowl.
I don't even listen to them, Dan. I'm just okay, whatever.
And they don't even fucking make the playoffs. I mean, but I think Dak's on the hot seat. Like you said, I think part of Trey Lance's issue is one, he should have like the tape that they put on cardboard boxes on his uniform saying fragile, handle with care, because he's always hurt. But he didn't play a ton of football. He reminds me of Trubisky. Started 1 year, and he played good for that year in college. And then you get to the drafted or whatever, and I think he was overhyped. As much as everybody bust my ass by, oh, you got Kenny Pickett, small hands. At least he played 5 years in college.
Don't sleep on Kenny.
I'm not, but
no, not you, but
that's what I'm saying. Like he has the experience. He won the ACC, championship game against good competition. So the factor that he has no experience, and he was number 3 pick overall.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think he needed to sit anyway. My old rule, 3-year rule, sit behind the starter for 3 years. It's like Jordan Love. I think Jordan Love's going to have a decent season. He'll play well because he had that opportunity to sit behind the far.
But then that's a lost art, and I don't know
where. No, it's not the lost art; it's the lost money. You're paying these kids, these draft picks money straight out the gate, especially for like Bryce Young. He got a good contract, rookie contract, because he was the first overall pick. So, are you going to play Andy Dalton and has all the experience, or and be able to get you through the first part of the season, or are you going to play the shiny new car you got in the garage? You're going to take that for a spin because you paid fucking $100 million for it. It's the end of the day.
I call this the Sam Bradford rule. This is the reason
you
why
you got to play him because you're paying them.
Yeah,
and basically. That's why, like when we talked about, or you guys talked about it the other week, and I chimed in, like when they said that Darnold beat him out, I said he's gone. Trey's gone. They're not going to pay him that money to sit behind Darnold and hold a clipboard and only be able to play if they both get hurt. They're going to try to get something out of him. One, get something back because they gave a shit ton up for him. I mean, they really didn't get dick back for him compared to what they gave up, but at least get him something and give him an opportunity to go somewhere where he can be the backup. And what's Dak got left? 1 more year in this contract or 2?
I think 1. I think this is. I think this is it.
This is it. I'll have to look it up. Yeah.
So
if I'm not mistaken.
Did Jerry get this in case he has issues with contracts with Dak? Because Dak's going to want a shit pile of money and he hasn't done anything. That's my thing. Like they're paying Deshaun Watson just an absolute freaking fortune, and he hasn't won anything.
But Dan, is it those guys' fault? Because they keep
no. I'm saying it's not the players' fault.
Right.
It's the GMs and owners that threw all this money at these guys that haven't won.
Right.
You want to know why there's no market for running backs? Because the freaking quarterback's making $60 million a year. You got to break it down by position, and you got to have 53 guys on the roster. Figure it out.
Yeah.
That's especially, in a cap era type of league. It's a case in point. So Austin Matthews just signed a 4-year deal back with the Toronto Maple Leafs. And I bagged on their ass the last 2 years because they had like 4 guys making $9 or $10 million. The salary cap's $82 million. So almost half of your cap is in 4 players. And you have to have at least 22 players, or 22 or 23 total every night. So now they re-signed this clown for 4 years at $13.25 million. So guess what that means? One of that core 4 is hasta la vista, baby, is getting shipped out. Because they're not going to be, and I think 2 of them, because you got Marner, Nylander, and Tavares were the core 4. And I believe Nylander has a contract coming up, and so does Marner. Well, guess what's going to happen? One of them is gone. They're going to have to end up trading one of them because they're not going to be able to give them 11, 12 million because the cap's still 82 million. A quarter of your cap, or over a quarter of your cap, would be in 2 players. So, I mean, I think that's the issue, is the owners just throwing this money around and just killing their team's ability to keep players or sign players. Because, obviously running backs are not featured as much as they were, say, the 80s and 90s.
Right, correct.
But they're still talented, because that's the thing. Is Najee going to get paid? Because I think that Jaylen Warren's going to produce a lot of numbers this year as far as yardage, catches, touchdowns. And are they going to pay Najee Saquon money? Probably not. Because they already got a guy, and they could probably find 1 or 2 more in the draft. Because I think Warren's not even drafted.
Yeah,
right.
So his rookie contract's way low. But what's that do? That frees up money to sign some more linemen. A good defensive player. It's all about strategies, business, and basically cutting out your team up into position. And be like divvying, like it's almost like your household. All right, I'm going to put this percentage of my check to pay for the house. I'm going to put this much money, for bills. I'm going to put this much money for, fun stuff, and all that broken down. And I'm going to save X amount of that check. So it's the same thing. But yeah, the owners are the one. How they gave Deshaun Watson that much money, and he hadn't played football in 18 months. I mean, the only thing he did was lay on a massage table.
The same thing. The same thing can be said for Kyler Murray, right? Look what Arizona did.
True.
Yeah, but at least he's upright playing COD.
Well,
shout out to all the Call of Duty players, and I even read. But again, that's the NFL's fault. That's the NFL, and that's their team's fault for not for drafting these individuals. They said they did their homework, and does Kyler Murray really want to play NFL quarterback? DA alluded to last week that when I was listening, that maybe he should just holler at the Oakland Athletics or whoever they're gonna be and play baseball, make a whole lot more money playing baseball.
And probably be successful.
Because quarterback is a very, very hard position to play. It definitely is.
Well, it's very
the contracts in his current includes this is Dak Prescott. D-Duff says the contracts in his current form include voidable years in 2025 and 2026, making him a free agent after the 2024 season. So one only knows.
So he's getting a lot of money, bro. I mean,
yeah, but my question is, yes, he's getting a lot of money, and are we waiting for Dak to be something that he's not going to be? You understand?
Are we waiting? I think he had his several chances, and it just hasn't worked out for him.
Right.
As a Cowboy.
Yeah, he's had great teams.
He's had really good teams.
I think the Cowboys, they should have went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm being objective when I'm saying this. The Cowboys probably should have been to the Super Bowl more times when they had that Zeke led team.
Yes.
They should have something to show for the talent that they've had on that team. They should have a whole lot to show, but it's just the Cards. That's why we love football so much, because as we analyze this year, analyze what teams should be great,
right?
Everything's probably gonna go out the window for
True.
by the time we get past week 6, things is gonna start looking different.
Yep, New England will be undefeated.
Except for that.
For that.
Yo, bro, they only got one quarterback.
No. They picked up Matt Rhule. That was
did they?
Okay. Because I was about to say, I was listening yesterday. I said, yo, man, that's bad over there, man. Bill Belichick. How long is he gonna hang around for this,
bro? This is it for him. I told you. I said this is it for him, man. I don't see him staying around no more, man, because this is it, man.
At least not there.
Not at least, yeah. Correct, Dan. At least not there. I don't just think there's nothing. It's over, man. I think that time period has that ship has sailed, and he might need a fresh start, or he might just to go sit down and chill.
From the Tuck rule to this.
I can tell you this dude should have been an accountant, because he finds every fucking loophole there is to get around shit.
Yeah,
like literally, they released both quarterbacks, Zappy and Cunningham, and they passed through waivers, and then they immediately resigned them to the practice squad.
Bill knows what he's doing, man.
That way, he had 2 open roster spots,
so he could
on the actual 53-man roster.
Capologist.
That gave him the extra not 2 weeks, but probably what that was it. Tuesday was the cut down.
That's correct.
Probably 12 days to figure out exactly, hey,
who's who.
He was going to move one to the practice squad or put one on waivers to bring one of those quarterbacks back to the roster, like Zappy or Cunningham, one of those two, if they couldn't find anybody else. Because I heard rumblings too that they may trade for Mason Rudolph.
Oh wow,
to be the backup.
Yeah. So I mean, right now they got Mac Jones, Malik Cunningham, and Bailey Zappi.
Yeah, but Zappy and Cunningham are on the practice squad.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, he's like a used car salesman. He's just greasy. He knows how to get
really dirty.
He knows how to get the most out of his sale.
Hey,
it's crazy. But hey, kudos to him. That's
kudos. He's made it work. He's made it work.
He is smart as hell when it comes to that shit.
Yeah, because out of this crop, whatever's on his team, you're going to see some good players. So
yeah. Listen, those that are listening and those that are listening to Facebook, whatever, just real quick plug, man. Hey, we got the ability, we got monetized. If you feel on your heart to give to the cause, you'll be able to do it in the super chats here in the YouTube channel here, and you'll be able also to do it. There's a QR code up here. I got it right there. You can give towards that, man.
Donations is already great.
Donation. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see if we can get the Rockstar. Rockstar, can you hear me? Big Mike.
What's up? I'm live.
What up, player?
Yeah. That's because I don't know if you got a chance to hear me, man, but we were saying we were just talking about, hey, you got whatever you got going on, you got to turn that down. Yeah.
Let me go into the private room then. Hold on one second.
Yeah. You got us on the big screen. Shout out to everybody watching, man.
We got to tell us smoke. What's on? How you been?
All right.
This is live.
Hold on.
And this is a Cowboy fan.
Look at that, boy. Look. That's how we doing in VA. Y'all got to tell us smoke and don't kill her out there in Charlotte too.
Okay, no doubt. You should tell them to put. You should have told them to put us on.
I might. We might do that.
Yeah. Every Thursday. I know y'all got at least for half an hour. I know that we got the football. We start at 7:30. Then when football goes off, they can watch the call. Big Mike, we just.
I mean, if y'all talking about something good, you know what I'm saying, like the future NFC East champs, then
Okay.
Go ahead, shut his mic off. Shut his mic off. Go ahead.
Yeah, we just finished talking about the NFC East, but you came and dived back in. Go ahead. What you got?
What y'all say? I want a rebuttal. Well,
I got the Cowboys. I got the Cowboys 3. Giants is going to be number 2. It's Philadelphia's seats. It's Philadelphia's division to win.
Dan, you like that?
I like the Eagles to win the division. After that, it's a toss up between the 3.
And your man is on the clock.
Who on the clock?
Dak Prescott is on the clock.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I agree with that. Even though I like him,
we like Dak. Dak is fine.
I like Dak. They just can't get it done.
Yeah.
And we said the year before last, that team should have went to the Super Bowl. Not last year, the team before that.
No, I'm gonna be real with y'all. You know, last year I didn't have a lot of faith in the team, but I think it would have been a different game if Tony Pollard didn't get hurt at halftime, right before the half, because we couldn't do nothing but throw, and you ain't gonna do that with them. But yeah, everybody has on alert this year. I'm gonna just go ahead and put it out there.
There you go.
What I'm trying to tell you is, do y'all believe in Danny Dimes or something now?
That's my question mark. Is he going to perform now that he got paid?
Hey, I think he's going to step. Listen, listen. I wasn't a believer in him. I'll be the first to say that, but he has turned it around a little bit.
Have you seen what we do to him every time we play out? We like he burns that man.
I don't think it's going to be like that this year. I think we're going to get a split.
Saquon is our only hope.
I don't think so.
But he ain't gonna be enough. Now, what I'm gonna tell you is, Michael Parsons will be another defensive player of the year candidate again. All right. Okay. We put some beef in the middle. See, you want to talk about them? I understand. We put some beef in the middle. So when Michael do decide to go to linebacker, our linebackers roaming free, so we don't really need him there. We can have B-list celebrities at linebacker.
Your defense is straight.
We're gonna be like top 3.
Yeah, I give you that.
Cornerbacks on lock, pass rush on lock. Now, I don't know what else you want, and our defense beefed up in the middle.
But that offense is
okay. Let's talk about the offense. CeeDee Lamb is the what?
Mike, we can't hear you because your background, sir.
Y'all can't.
Your background, we live. We can't hear you. I understand you out. I don't know where you at, the barbershop or whatever. But
I'm outside, man. I'm sorry.
No, you good, man. I can. You can hear him.
Maybe I need to go out. Maybe I need to go outside.
No, you good, man. You good.
I just have a question. If the toddler made the team,
of course, and he'll have 5 touchdowns this year, and we can put money on it. Did y'all see him?
Yeah, bring your kid to work day, wasn't it?
Yeah, hey, they said the same thing about Jones, Drew, and all them boys, man. I'm telling you. And then I was with you, but I seen him. I said, "Oh no, this boy got moved. Like he's nice. Like you can't hit him. How can you tackle somebody that's 5 foot?"
I saw that at practice. I was like, "Is this one of this Make-A-Wish?"
Hey, if you watch the preseason, every time you get the ball, they looking like, man, what the fuck is going on? It's like you got to kick them.
Wow.
If you're not gonna kick them like a kickball, how can you tackle something that's 5 foot?
The only problem though is that he gets caught once, he might not.
Yeah. I mean, but again, let's back up. CeeDee Lamb, all right.
Yeah.
What do y'all? Is he a top?
He's top 10. He top 10 in the game.
Top 10 receiver. Yes, I give it to him. Yes.
Okay. AJ Brown is what? Because I assume y'all trying to put the Eagles like they come. But
AJ Brown.
What? Top what?
AJ Brown. Listen, you could argue that he's in top 10 as well.
I ain't even got to argue. If you want to put him there,
I would say he's in the top 10. Yes.
Okay. All right. So then we got Brandon Cooks, right?
Yeah.
1,000-yard receiver the last 5 years.
100%.
On whatever offense he in.
Yes.
So I'm not giving him top 10, but It's a good chance he probably get about 800 yards, between 8 to 1,200 this year. Y'all
solid, yeah, definitely solid player.
Okay, let's stay there. Michael Gallup, toss up. All right, had 700-800 yards a couple years ago before the injury.
He's solid.
Toss up. But I want y'all to know what we did. Pay attention because we got our whole team back. Pay attention to what we did last year. All right, with Noah Brown, Dennis Houston, who y'all just picked up, who just got on y'all 53-man roster.
Giants picked him. Yeah.
Yeah. And CD. And then we had goddamn Cooper Rush. And we went 4-1 with that. With that trash. And we got our same team back.
Dak still got to get him the ball. Dak still got to get him the ball.
And if Dak is throwing the ball, if he's throwing the ball to everybody else, that's going to be an issue.
Hey, you guys do y'all research, right?
Of course we do. Yes.
So y'all know how many interceptions Dak has averaged over his career, right?
I don't have it in front of me, but go ahead.
I can tell you.
You're going to enlighten us.
8.5. All right. So if you want to use 1 year as an outlier where the man was hurt and felt like he had to come in there and save the day, cool. And I can tell you 4 of those interceptions of his 15 or 17, if you count it, playoffs, 4 of them were bounce off from fucking Noah Brown tossing the ball up in the air. So, and again, a whole new offensive coordinator where you don't have to exactly throw the ball where the whole fucking NFL knows where the ball. I can cuss on this channel, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I ain't gonna cuss.
You just missed the DA. He got off. Yeah, he cussed up a lot. Go ahead.
The sports pass to be cussing. If the pass to cuss, I know I can cuss. If the sport,
he gonna get you when he see you.
If he can say a few words, I know I can. But what I'm trying to tell you is, our defense is on lock. Dak, I ain't really tripping about Dak because if you look at his stats outside of last year, the man is top 10. Yeah, so Dak's not a top 10 quarterback to y'all. Let me ask y'all that first. Come on, be real.
I'm going to say no at this time. No.
I'm going to agree.
Yeah, I'm going to say no. I'm going to have you back on. I'm going to have you back on.
No. It's cool. I respect it. Now, give me 6. Because we're talking about to the Super Bowl. I said they're going to the Super Bowl. Give me 6. Give me 6 quarterbacks in the NFC that's better than him. God damn it, boy. Cricket.
I mean, you just didn't let me talk. I mean, geez. I mean.
Go ahead. Go for it.
Okay, Hurts.
Okay, he got 1 good year. All right, go.
You just told me to tell you.
I said go. I said okay. And I said
Purdy.
Go. I said, oh shit.
Derek Carr.
Hey, remember, don't go with the outliers. Go with the average.
Did he say Derek Carr?
Purdy took him to the championship game. Again. Would you do for me lately? Would you do for me lately, Dak?
I got you on that.
It's
because
all
he hadn't got there was little film on him, but okay, I give him that. Okay, yeah, y'all want to say Purdy, all right, and y'all want to say Hurts, okay.
Even Gino had a good year last year.
What's my man in Minnesota?
So
Kirk Cousins?
Yo,
Matthew Stafford,
Captain Kirk. Come on.
Hey, listen. I will give you Stafford, Captain Kirk. No, Purdy. I'm not Purdy. No, Hurts. I like Hurts' game. All right, I'll say I like Hurts' game.
What's the but?
But it was 1 year. I also seen him in year 2. In year 1, he sucked.
We got the Cowboys.
Jared Goff.
No. Look at the numbers, man.
Kyler Murray.
Stop, D. Stop.
Look, you say y'all researchers, man.
He's being funny. He said,
I know, but I'm just making a point.
All right, Dak, NFC, yes, Dak is probably top.
I
what you did.
Yes.
What I'm trying to tell y'all is Dallas, San Fran, and Eagles are top 3 teams.
Yes.
Can we agree on that?
Yes, I got you.
I give you that.
All right. So why are we saying New York is even in the discussion?
What you
Listen,
mean?
dog. Listen, dog.
When we're gonna beat them by double digits, they'll get beat by double digits.
Not this year, brother.
Well, we play the first game this year, so I might have to visit you for a wager or something. So
yeah, we definitely had to wager. I want you to wear Cowboys jersey on the sports station with a cowboy hat. And
I want you to wear a damn Giants hat and a Giants jersey. Is that a bet for game one?
So
no points.
I don't want no Amani Tuma jersey neither.
Thank you. Huh?
I don't want no old jersey neither.
Yeah.
I want a fresh one.
Yeah. Daniel Jones for you. Dak Prescott for me. How about that? Yeah, come on, bro. Daniel Jones for you. Dak Prescott for me.
Can I get Saquon?
I guess he might not be able to find a Daniel Jones jersey.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, god damn.
I'll give you Saquon. All right, that's a bet. Straight up, Giants win. You gotta wear the Giants stuff. Dallas wins first game. I gotta wear the Dallas stuff. Y'all heard that, America? Y'all heard that, America? So, man, cuz we gotta go, man. But this is great. I want you to come back on again.
I don't think y'all picking up what I'm putting down, but yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back to finish this.
What you mean putting up? We hear you,
bro. We ain't slow. Yeah. We got you. We know you got the Cowboys winning.
And next time, wherever you at, you need to tell them to put the podcast on in there and watch you on there in a nice room though. Where you can hear yourself and we can hear you.
Oh, it's just, man. See, that's your problem, man. Let me give you a quick room while I got y'all on.
That's our problem. Go ahead.
I can turn this motherfucking camera around. You can't even turn the camera around on this game.
It's your phone.
Yeah.
Is it a flip phone?
Nah, man.
It ain't me.
No, it's this app y'all got.
Well, this is what we do to stream. This is what we do. Shout out to Restream.
I got you.
Yeah, man.
Restream, shout out, man. But I'm gonna let y'all know this is a dope establishment. And I'm gonna get y'all up here.
It sounds like they need to pay us for advertising. You up here?
You see me plugging, don't you?
Yeah. You need to send a check. Hey, in fact, we got this. Hey, we got a super chat in there. Go ahead and hit us off, man, for a super chat and put your establishment in there. How about that?
Man, where my Pisces cousin at, man?
Yo, I'm here, man. I'm having ghost issues.
He's there. He's having technical issues.
Oh Lord.
Those flip phones don't have back cameras.
Hey Dan.
Yes, sir.
I'm out, but when I come back, when I get back on, I want to talk about. You made some good points about the transfer portal, man. I like what you were speaking. So you want my ear, Dan. Other than that, he was looking like Skip Bayless on his new show with all them brothers talking. I'm gone, man.
Yo, man, peace, brother. We love you.
Yo, I'm Skip.
Hey, Skip. Dan Bayless.
Dan Bayless.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that was my main man, my cousin, man, Big Mike, man. We call him Rockstar, man. Big Mike actually, when we did the last time we did a live show, he took out professional photos. He's also a photographer. He's also an influencer. He was at one of his established guests tonight, doing this thing there, man. But he's a huge Cowboys fan, and he's a fan of the Sports Chasers, and he has definitely plugged us wherever he goes, and I appreciate that, man. But we ran out of time, man. We ain't gonna be able to holler at baseball. We'll get at baseball next week. Baseball will be, I guess, I was gonna say
60 games left, 40.
About 40.
They got a month. They got
a month left. Yeah. With baseball, they'll be having they'll be expanding the rosters here in a little bit. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes on. Yeah, be like, I can't lie. The Braves are still the talk of the town. Yes, the Braves can't do anything. How many times did y'all break the camera? Be like when we as you can see, we got us all in suits. that one time, man. That a couple of times, I should say. So, man, but man, this has been a really good show. Shout out to my cousin again for doing an impromptu hopping on and talking about the Cowboys. And shout out to Mike Mills. He was having we was all having technical difficulties tonight. Mike Mills having technical difficulties. He was in the chat. DA, well, he had.
It was the two of him and Casper here.
Casper.
It was tripping me out.
Ghosts,
yes, man. Right. DA, he had to run. He took something. He was going to sleep. Interesting show. As you can see, hey, we live. We make it funny. It's sports, man, and we love what we do, man. Shout out to all those that are watching. Shout out to all those want to, donate. Hey, you use the QR code up there as I'm pointing, and also in the super chats here in YouTube, man. Shout out to that if you want to do that, man. Make sure you visit our website. Check out our website. Also, check it out. When you check out our website, sign up for the newsletter. Newsletters come out every week. We say stuff on here, but there's also thought-provoking writing from all of us here on the Sports Chasers about any kind of subject matter when it comes to sports. So check us out when we come to there. Make sure you also like, click, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we're also on every major podcast platform. If you missed us, you can go back and see what we say. Keep receipts. If you want to, send us an email at info@sportschaserspodcast.net and say, hey, Dan said something last week, or Dan said something about preseason football. This is what he said, and we'll answer. So, well, actually, if it's for Dan, I will forward it to Dan.
And he'll answer.
Hey, he will answer.
Hey, we're clear. They played all those preseason games, and how many people were lost for the season, and how many had to get carted off?
Well, I won't say anymore. Dan, your parting shot, if that was your parting shot.
No, it's not part. Yeah, but great show. Miss Easy E, Mike. I was hoping that E would have been in the comments because I wanted to know if the Cardinals are drinking the same water as the Coyotes. Because the Coyotes are in Mullet Arena. I'm waiting for the Cardinals to move into the high school facility there in Arizona. They sold everything else. I mean,
God damn.
Kyler's going to be gone after this year. I mean, what's next? Diamondback's going to, they're going to get together with him and sell everybody off. I have no idea what's going on out there. But good to be back. Had a great time, and see you in a couple weeks.
Got it. Thank you, Dan. D-Dub, who's in his ghostly white down there in the bottom right-hand corner.
Yo, yeah, man. Shout outs. Yo, good show tonight, man. Enjoyed myself. Enjoyed you guys. Shout outs to the rest of the guys. See you soon. And that's about it. Hey, yo, in baseball, man, just real quick. Kevin, there's a lot of down the stretch, expanding the rosters. I think who was that? Milwaukee picked up a homeboy from the Yankees.
Milwaukee's on the tear.
Josh Donaldson, and they signed him to a minor league deal, but he'll be. I'm pretty sure he'll be up and for the playoff run. The Guardians grabbed Giolito.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be good down the stretch. Harrison Bader went to the Reds, so from the Yankees off the waivers.
Yeah, off of waivers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you for that, D-Dub. I appreciate that. Again, thank you for all those watching, sound of my voice on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, Twitch. Well, I don't think we had the Twitch channel hooked up tonight, but like I said, we'll be able to also have phone calls coming into our channel. We did it before, but we had to kind of, break through some of the technical issues, but we should be good. Hey, also remember, it's scrolling down at the bottom of our screen. Remember, hey, Fourth and Short will be premiering for our second year. I'm going to say it again. Fourth and Short will be premiering for the second year. This is not the first year we had it. We had it last year. You might hear somebody else saying some other short, whatever, but we had Fourth and Short last year, all through the football season. Shout out to whoever came up with the concept. I don't remember if one of us did, but I know that D-Dub came up with it. Yeah. Fourth and Short it's primarily it's a football show. We come on every Monday at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Be there, half an hour and 45 minutes. We pick the best 5 games of the NFL games prior to on Sunday. We talk about them, break it down, analyze it, get at it, and, fourth and short, 9 a.m. EST, Eastern Standard Time, man. So get at us, man. But I ain't got nothing else. Listen, we're going to get on out of here. On behalf of myself, I'm Kevin O'Warren, your host and moderator for Dan, the hockey dude, Daryl D. DeWarren, and his ghostly white down there. The DA, who has left us and went to bed, took his Ambient, and he's gone. Mike Mills in the comments. The angry one in his absence, man. This is the Sports Chasers podcast. Hey, and also to my cousin, Big Mike, man. Thank you so much for stopping through and talking about your beloved Cowboys. I'm pretty sure America's is thankful that you came and talked about America's teams. Wink, wink, whatever. Hey, y'all have a great rest of your evening. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend. Be careful. Be safe, man. This is the Sports Chasers podcast.
We are gone.
Be good. Y'all have a good evening. Take care.